Good afternoon. For 4 News Now, I'm Rob King. Welcome to today's kxly-plus-daily rundown, where I take you through some of the top local headlines and give an inside look as to what the 4 News Now team is working on today. Starting with a look outside. If you had looked outside last night, you would have seen quite the light show. Lots of thunderstorms. We are expecting some more this evening. In addition, we could be hitting record highs today. The current record for this date is 82 degrees in 1937. That's according to the man Mark Peterson. 90 years later, today, forecasted for 85 today, so we could be seeing that record, as you can see by this map. Almost 90 degrees in the northern parts of Idaho and Washington, so be aware of that. Today is going to be a warm one. Then, like I said, moving in this evening around 8 p.m. between 6 and 8 p.m. we are expecting some of that rain to move in, and that could bring some thunderstorms due to the heat with it. So be aware, as you can see, especially between Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, we could have a repeat of what we saw last night, which was pretty impressive as far as thunderstorms go. Here's what we're looking like for the rest of the week as well. It's going to start to kind of taper off before a big drop on Friday, where we're going to cool way off for the weekend, and then looking more like a typical spring weekend. So enjoy the above average temperatures while we got them. Taking a look at what the 4 News Now team is working on for today. Peter Choi is out near Liberty Lake Regional Park, where we discovered this morning that last night a 65-year-old man, Scott Flowers, was out hiking in that area, now reported missing, so authorities are looking for him. Again, Liberty Lake Regional Park. Peter Choi is going to be speaking with park rangers about while you may want to go out, enjoy the weather, and go out and doing some hiking, while you probably shouldn't do so alone, or if you are going to be alone, at least come up with a safety plan in order for people to know that you are safe. So again, anyone with information about this missing hiker is asked to contact Spokane County Sheriff's Office or the Liberty Lake Police Department. According to Mr. Flowers' wife, he is an experienced hiker and usually checks in before the early evening hours, but yesterday he did not come home. His car was located at the park, so crews are looking for him today, and Peter is out there today as well. Very park heavy today, as last night the Spokane Parks Department had a meeting, and at that meeting they talked about wanting harsher penalties for curfew breakers. You know, our local parks do close at a certain time in the evening, and if you are out at the parks after those times, it could be a ticket. It's a ticketable offense, according to park rangers. Vanessa Perez says, though, that the Parks Department wants harsher penalties now because there is an increase of crime, obviously, in the evening hours. Not so much at the larger parks like Riverfront Park, but some of the more local parks, some of the smaller ones around town, seem to be having this issue. Vanessa told me this morning several shootings in the last year centering around these local parks. So they want harsher penalties in order to keep people safe and discourage people to be out at the parks after dark and after that curfew happens. Bronte Sorotsky also looking at a park story today, very parks heavy today. The Parks Department talked about at their meeting as well, I noted a rise of vandalism. Just in the last 6 months, it's cost them over $163,000 for repairs on vandalism. So they obviously want to tackle that and look at how they can better prevent such vandalism in our local parks. And because of that, that $163,000, taxpayer dollars or grant funds, those can't go to improving the parks. Instead, they have to go to repairing and trying to do some patchwork on, as you can see in those photos, there's destroyed sinks and graffiti and spray paint. So they want to better prevent some of that vandalism as well. Tonight, Rania Kaur will be out in Liberty Lake at a city council meeting starting at 7 p.m. where the second reading of a possible ordinance is going to happen tonight, where they'll take public comment. Liberty Lake City Council looking to create a little more oversight over the local Liberty Lake Library as to what materials can be on the shelves there. So this is obviously a hot topic issue. Last meeting, there was a lot of contention over this issue as well. So again, tonight is a public comment portion of the legislative process at Liberty Lake City Council, in which they will look at this possible ordinance again, and Rania Kaur will be out there barring any breaking news. But you never know in this industry. Closing out, Natalie Grant looking at a special sausage at Washington State University, gene editing pigs there, where they are, it's not GMOs, it's not genetic modification, but gene editing to try to help along with the food supply. WSU has become the first university in the country to have approval from the FDA to continue their work on these gene editing pigs. And this sausage, Natalie actually tried some, said it was pretty good. She's been working on this for a while, and again, you can buy these at WSU. They are selling it, but it's not available, let's say, at Kroger or something yet. But Natalie will have the latest on that. Looking at gene-edited food, is it safe? Probably. And WSU, how this is a big milestone for them as far as research and getting this FDA approval, being able to move forward with their work as well. So that's all we have for today. You know, just kind of our normal stuff, which is nice. We got a lot of park stuff, and Natalie will have her story that she's been working on for quite a while as well, and WSU. So we'll have all that and more coming up tonight. Regular news times as well today. But for now, I'm live in studio. Rob King for kxly+.